Philadelphia city leaders and the police department were not prepared for the massive protests and civil unrest following the death of George Floyd. That is the big takeaway from an independent report released today that examined the city's response. Eyewitness News reporter Matt Petrillo is live at Philadelphia Police Headquarters with more. Hi, Matt.
Hey, Jess, one of the key findings in that 110-page report essentially says that Philadelphia city leaders knew that protests and civil unrest were happening in other parts of the country, but they did not expect it to happen in their own backyard.
Where they failed is while they had a plan for the demonstration,
the firm Montgomery, McCracken, Walker & Rhodes reviewed the city's response and wrote in a report released this afternoon, the Philadelphia Police Department was short of manpower and equipment and worked with an ineffective operations plan to address larger than expected protests and civil unrest. We also talked to the report's expert on policing over the city's response.
They did not anticipate, because they hadn't experienced it before, they did not anticipate that it would get to the point where there was looting and violence and all those other things. Even despite the fact that they knew it was going on around the rest of the country, they still said, yeah, you know, we hadn't experienced that.
Some of the 70-plus recommendations in the report include update training concerning crowd control and emphasize de-escalation as an alternative to use of force. Philadelphia Mayor Jim Kenney said in a statement today, the report, in my view, provides a comprehensive blueprint for long-lasting police and emergency response reform in the city. I look forward to implementation of the recommendations. And Police Commissioner Danielle Outlaw added, quote, I am pleased to report that a number of the recommendations contained within are already underway. Myself and the PPD executive team are in full agreement with the changes suggested by the group. Between the looting and the arson, there was a lot of property damage. Could that have been avoided following these protests?
I would say I don't think it could have been avoided. I think some of it could have been mitigated.
And the report also gives the city of Philadelphia credit for implementing some of the recommendations already. Reporting live at Philadelphia Police Headquarters, Matt Petrillo, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.